has 2 frames all in the first part of this session. Useful breaks from both players. Both have had 50s, literally going frame by frame. So John Parrott to break. The referee Colin Brinded, happening this afternoon in the Crucible. Just watch him break off. And the commentary comes from a former champion of the world, Dennis Taylor, and a present champion of the commentary box, Ted Lowe.
Well, I like that, David. Thank you. Jimmy going for safety.
Jimmy's safety has been excellent in this match so far, but that cannon onto the brown has left a chance for John Parrott.
One. Eight. Nine.
Both stars appearing very sharp this afternoon.
16. 17. 24.
Well, underhit that one. Wanted to be another 6 inches nearer the pink to leave that easy red, but it's going to have to be a safety shot. It's been a fast-flowing match. There's been quite a bit of safety, I suppose, but the frame times 13 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes.
John Parrott, 24.
Oh, the black's in.
Foul. John Parrott, 7.
Mistake by Jimmy there. There's not been too many mistakes in this match so far this afternoon. Very nearly a second one, but everything's okay.
Five.
Well, that's a surprise.
John Parrott, 5.
Fairly simple pot, that.
Just a little bit of noise from the other table. One of the frames finished, so maybe that has something to do with the last 2 shots, but these 2 players are well experienced to playing in the Crucible Theatre. But it does upset your concentration just for that brief second or two.
1.
Good shot from Jimmy White. Committed himself 100% there. Just dropping it in, and he's nicely on the pink.
Seven. 8. 14.
Jimmy would normally take the red between the pink and black, but the angle would leave the black on the pocket that it doesn't go into.
50.
Sticking with the pink.
The one star who doesn't mind using the rest. He's brilliant with it.
21. 22.
Yeah, the black was only available into the one corner pocket. Once Jimmy pots this red, it'll be available into both.
29. 30.
This black then to go into the lead.
$37. 38.
'Trifle strong there.
44.
Coming back across the table for one of those two reds together. It's a good one.
45.
And this afternoon session so far, Jimmy
50.
White looking in fine form.
$51.
Struggled somewhat in his two opening matches, but coming back to his best form.
$58.
Let that one go though.
Jimmy White, 58.
Well, Jimmy was a bit worried about knocking one red onto another to just free that one. It was on the top cushion, so he avoided that, but he's pushed it towards the pocket.
Is it there?
Ooh. Oohs and ahs everywhere. Not only the commentary box, all around the crucible.
1.
So, Jimmy out to upset the pattern of this match. The pattern being that John Parrott has won the first and the third frames, and then Jimmy's follows suit with the second and fourth, but he's following on here with the fifth.
9.
Quick glance at the scoreboard. He's 36 points ahead. Only 35 points there.
Jimmy White 40.
So John looking for a snooker now.
One.
Yes, and he's got a nice angle here to get down behind the yellow to leave the chance for that snooker.
Eight.
Didn't quite get the white where he wanted. Another 12 inches to the right, he would have been able to have rolled the yellow up the table and got the cue ball in behind the blue.
John Parrott 8.
That went all wrong. Great personality is John Parrott. Well, beginning of the end of this frame.
5.
Don't expect Jimmy White to make any mistakes
9.
here.
40. In frame, Jimmy White.
Great performance by Jimmy, potted extremely well, and he's taken the lead by just one frame now. And as you will well know by now, the former world champion with me, Dennis Taylor. Dennis, can I ask you, it seems to me that Jimmy, having been playing not so well up until this match, both are actually potting. And they're getting down and wasting no time. Is that helping Jimmy, do you think?
Well, I think Jimmy's really up for this match with John Parrott. He's had a bit of tip trouble, and he did change the tip on his cue. He wasn't very happy with it in his last match, but he certainly looked good this afternoon, and I think this is going to be an absolutely super match. Jimmy has had 2 50-plus breaks, John Parrott a 50 break as well, and probably seen more mistakes in that frame than the first 4 frames, so I think this is going to turn out to be a real cracker of a match.
6th frame, Jimmy White to break.
And Jimmy White just waiting at the table to break off, eager to get on with the match, eager for a place in the semi-final. Could it be his year? Parrott, of course, would dearly love to win this Embassy World Championship once again. He won it in '91. Since then, he and his wife Karen have had a baby son who's now, in fact, 16 months old, I believe, and the apple of their eye, bringing them so much joy. He's such a happy man, is John Parrott.
One. Green ball. Four. Five.
Still one available at the back of the pack. He's also got that loose red there that he could play for.
Eight. Nine.
Now he's left himself an angle here on this red
60.
so that he can split the other reds up and still get onto the black. Screw this back.
17.
Loosened them all up.
$24. 25. Yes, of course.
Might have got a bad contact there.
32.
He hasn't got the cue ball exactly where he wanted. He's having the cue ball cleaned. We'll have to take the cue ball down the table this time. Still pot that red.
$33.
Although those 6 reds are fairly loose, they're all blocking each other at the moment.
$38. $39.
Well, he's got the red right in the middle of that little bunch there. Beautiful position.
45. 52. 53.
John's highest break in the match so far was a 53 in the first frame. He's on 53 at the moment.
Blue ball. $58.
Oh, it doesn't appear that one of those four will go. They're all covering one another. You'll want the rest for this one.
John Parrott, 58.
Jimmy White had a 58 in the last frame, and it won him the frame. Now, is the 58 going to win this frame for John Parrott?
Maybe not, Ted. That was a super shot from Jimmy there, just to open those reds all into potable positions.
9.